Well, good. I want to start by welcoming everybody. Thanks for being here today. I'm very glad for your interest in the PQ posting group and this idea of magnifying our reach through using this posting group and also networking with each other. That's a big factor in this as well. So let me go over the agenda for today real quickly. We're going to go through some round robin introductions. Then, briefly, I'll discuss the purpose of the webinar. We'll go into some basics of the PQ posting group. I'm going to give you a quick tour of my profile and my LinkedIn presence so that you can see how Craig has helped me build mine out and the different channels and methods you can use for posting onto LinkedIn. And then I'm going to turn it over to Craig Leonard, who is somebody I met years ago as part of trying to retool my LinkedIn presence. He's been a huge help, and I think he's become a good friend as well. He's going to take you through an introduction to LinkedIn, the function of the PQ posting group, and the basic guidelines for the PQ posting group. Then we're going to try to show some real-world examples going on. Then we'll go into a Q&A. Okay? So starting with that, why don't we go round robin, starting with Marimba. I'll ask you to unmute. And if you could tell us your name and where you're located and what your PQ niche is, coaching niche is.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Ray. It's nice to meet you and see you. I'm Marimba. I live in London. I live in Richmond, Surrey, near Kew Gardens, the beautiful Kew Gardens. And my PQ coaching niche is working with teachers. I love children and I want to have an influence on the curriculum. And I thought, oh, a good way to do that would be to help the teachers have a fabulously high PQ so that those mirror neurons can be reflected onto the children and we can support the future generations. So that's where I'm at now. I'm in cohort 13.
Oh, that's awesome. Great. And so am I, by the way. Yes. Eric, let's toss it to you.
Yes. Hi. Hi there. This is Eric Furlicht, and I'm in New Jersey. And I'm from cohort 6. And yeah, my niche is working with emerging leaders and helping people look at their mindset as they establish themselves as leaders.
Awesome. Awesome. Natalie.
Hi, my name's Natalie Fayman, and I am in Southeast Florida, Boynton Beach specifically. I'm in cohort 9, and I still consider myself a fairly new coach. My previous area of focus was stress resilience, and that was with individual clients, mostly middle-aged females. But I'm now starting to dip my toe into the waters of working with EOS implementers and their business clients. So I'm eager to explore what's on the horizon.
Awesome. I'd love to hear more about that actually sometime. Linda.
Hi, I'm Linda Chuper, and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. And my niche is working with kids, teens, and I have some college students basically, and their parents. But basically, I'm working with the kids themselves, and it's really exciting to see how the light bulb comes on when kids learn these amazing skills. So like the other lady very much say, when you can teach these kids these skills, it's amazing. So that's my niche. And I'm excited to be here and learn from everybody.
Awesome. Thanks, Linda. And I think last but not least is Natalie. Oh, no. Who did we have? Natalie went. Noreen. Noreen, are you with us? Let's see if I can pick her. Oh, allow to talk. Whoops, I got to click that button. Noreen, can you hear us? All right, Noreen, when you come on, let us know, and I'll give you a moment to introduce yourself. But in the meantime, we'll move ahead, okay? But I'm very glad all of you are here. And as a reminder, this is being recorded. I'll be posting it in the PQ posting group as soon as it's ready. So basically, the purpose of the webinar, obviously, is to introduce to this concept of PQ posting, of using a posting group. And as I said, it is also a networking group. It is also a way for us to get to know each other. So we're going to be going into the mechanics of this. And many of it, several people have reached out to me saying they're just not comfortable in LinkedIn yet. So we're going to go over some basics to LinkedIn in order to use the posting group. So the basics of the posting group are simply that we're an email thread. It's a group email thread. And how I use this matter of fact, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I'm going to reshare my LinkedIn profile. And I'm going to use my profile as an example to walk you through this. So let me click over to my LinkedIn profile. And reshare. So my company is called Lacanza Mental Fitness. I had been a direct marketer and a copywriter for a long time, and prior to that, a computer consultant. So and I've had a LinkedIn profile practically since the inception of LinkedIn. And but I hadn't really paid much attention to it over time. And when I wanted to retool it, I was a little bit overwhelmed with how to do this. Like, how do I just switch like all the messaging like 180 degrees here? And through a networking group, I met Craig, and he helped me make sure that is my video there? Here's my profile. He helped me put up a profile video.
Hi, I'm Ray Schaub.
I know you can't hear it.
I know what it's like to be a professional trying
I
to
can
run a
hear
Can
business
hear it.
Oh, you can. Good.
crisis. If you're already in a program of recovery that's working well for you, it might be worth considering adding mental fitness in as an extra leg on the stool to help stabilize your recovery for long-term success. I hope to hear from you.
Okay, so that's right there on top. He gave me pointers about how to flesh this part of it out. He worked with me on retooling my about section as you scroll down here. And making sure that I had certain content in there, including recommendations and the like from different people. And then one of the things he helped me set up was a company page. So here's my mental fitness company page. And it's showing my administrator view. So I'm going to switch to how you would see it, view as a member. So this is what people coming to my company page. He helped me work out this about section. And I post content to this page. The latest thing I posted was a little cartoon that I drew up. The writer's side, I don't know how clear it is, but it's a Buddhist monk asking a hot dog vendor to please make me one with everything. And the hot dog vendor says, I was going to ask you the same thing. So you don't have to have long form content. You can have all kinds of different types of content in here. Video content, long form articles, pithy little quotes if you want, personal messaging and posting. So this is another place you can post to that's part of your LinkedIn presence. And then from here, we can go to a newsletter. I built out a newsletter, and that's just another place you can post to. So I posted this article yesterday, Group Stress, Make It Stop. And I post to here. I post like a blog article every 2 weeks. And some of you may have heard Bill Carmody say this, but your LinkedIn presence is almost more important than your website now, and that's how I'm using it. I have a website. My LinkedIn profile goes to it, but this is where now I devote most of my content creation and most of my energy into the LinkedIn profile. And so with that, I'm going to stop the share and I'm going to turn it over to Craig, who's going to show us a little bit of behind the scenes how-to on this. So Craig, take it away.
Thank you, Ray. All right, just give me a moment. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you?
Thank you.
All
Great,
right.
thank you.
All right. So good to be here. So my name is Craig Leonard. I started a company a couple of years ago called Craig Thoughts. And for any fans of The Office, it was inspired by the character Creed. He had a blog called Creed Thoughts, and I'm Craig, so I changed it to Craig Thoughts. So we're going to talk about LinkedIn 201 and some networking. 201 because being that everyone here, Ray informed me, has a profile, so you know the basics. So this is going to be a step above that, and hopefully this will be educational for you. There we go. All right, so without me, that was an Eminem reference. Ray wasn't sure about that one, so that's what it is. I'm a Virginia Tech grad, so go Hokies. I've been in sales and lead gen starting around 2014 officially, when I got my first lead generation role. If you've ever been to a Home Depot, they usually have a solar guy or gal who approaches you about setting up an appointment for home solar. So that was me for about 6 months till I got out of there. Unofficially, my first sales job was selling $20 March Madness brackets to fellow high schoolers. Industries I've been in the sales roles are solar, data center, trucking logistics, copiers, and now social media. And I've done pretty much the gamut of lead generation and sales activities in those businesses. And fun fact, I hit the gong at Frank Lloyd Wright's architecture school in Arizona. All right, opening quote from self-proclaimed sales king Jeffrey Gidmer. He said, "All things being equal, people want to do business with their friends, and all things being not so equal, people still want to do business with their friends." All right, so we're here to network and get to know each other and potentially send business one another's way and all that. So some best practices, almost everyone's favorite topic, as many of us were taught as kids or adults, is themselves. So take an interest in people, and as they say, the best way to be interesting is to be interested. Asking open-ended questions. Ray gave me a good one to ask. It's, how did you get started in your field? Among these are, what do you think about this new development in your field? What do you think about this individual saying this? So on and so forth. Girard's Law of 250 comes from the great Joe Girard. He was a world record-selling car salesman in the 60s and 70s. And Girard's Law of 250 he actually visited a funeral home, and he asked one of the people working there, how many people usually go to these? And the guy said about 250. So basically means that 250 people, or just about everyone, knows 250 people well enough that they would go to their funeral. So the idea, of course, is treat people well, because people can tell people, and now with the internet, that information can go worldwide. So, and of course, be a good person has its own merits by itself, even without the publicity side of it. Something I learned recently, and should have thought of this before, but live and learn, is oftentimes when you go to events, whether in person or virtually, they'll have a confirmed guest list of people. And now with the internet, what you can do, of course, is do your research on the people you don't know and find out as much as you can about them. And this way you can ask them better questions and have better conversations with them when you actually do meet in person. And I want to open this up from this book I read from Dr. Ivan Misner, who's the founder of BNI, and Brian Hilliard, the top 5 characteristics of a great networker. Does anyone want to, everyone can unmute here and take a turn and take a guess what you think are in the top 5.
Something about consistency, maybe.
In the ballpark.
Curiosity.
I would say that's close.
I would guess overcoming my fear that I'm not good enough to talk to this person.
Okay.
I would say looking at people and getting to know them more to see what they need. Like, what do
Okay,
they want to talk about?
That's good. That was one of them. Helps others / collaborative. The others, anyone want to take any final guesses before I reveal the list?
I would say authenticity.
Okay, that is on there as well. Sincere / authentic. Very good. All right, so the top 5 are good listener, positive attitude, helps others / collaborative, sincere / authentic, and follows up. All right. All right, so social media marketing, why should I care? So some stats here, and I know a lot of people on this call, or all the people on this call, are in the B2C space, but of course we're still dealing with people, and the information here often translates over from B2B to B2C. So please keep that in mind. So if you can say yes or do a thumbs up on your page, how many of you have your phone set so that you don't take cold calls anymore? Does anyone do that?
Didn't know you could. I wish I knew.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
there you go.
I don't know either. I mean, I have my phone number on there,
No, we
but
have.
Okay, well, how many people like getting cold calls? Salespeople.
No.
Hate them.
no.
Okay, yeah, a lot of people. All right, so as you can see, the top fact I have on here is 90% of decision makers never answer a cold call, but 75% of B2B buyers use social media to make purchasing decisions. So people are going to do their research about you and your work and your abilities. But if you're trying to make cold calls, you're probably not going to reach the person you want. And then the one I highlighted here is 82% of prospects can be reached socially via online networks. And this fact was from a book from a couple years ago, so it might be a little higher by now. And these facts are from the Ultimate LinkedIn Sales Guide by Daniel Disney, who is a LinkedIn expert that I follow. All right, some more information about LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is over 900 million people right now, and it's approaching 1 billion, about 195 million Americans, and 98% of the Fortune 500 are on there. And as you can see, the most popular hashtags. So these are topics that people are interested in, so that's why they follow them. And then if you use these hashtags, there's a chance that people you're not connected to will get to see this in your feed. So the feed, if you're not familiar, is when you log in on your homepage. Down the middle, there's content from other people and some ads here and there. That's your feed. All right. So I'm going to just tell this. So this was something I saw posted about LinkedIn. So it says nobody, and then they don't say anything. And then LinkedIn influencers chime in and says, yesterday I was walking to an interview. There was a starving dog on the road. I stopped to feed him and missed the interview. The next day I got a call asking to come in to do the interview. I was surprised, but I went. Then the interviewer came in. He was the dog. So at the risk of explaining the joke and ruining it, it's basically implying or saying that LinkedIn posters can be a little navel gazing and, you know, patting themselves on the back a little much, but still kind of amusing. All right, so ultimately, what's the point of LinkedIn? Why are we doing this? You know, you're in the health space, you're trying to improve your clients' lives, so why does it matter? So ultimately, what the point is get exposure for your work, get credibility for your ability to help your clients reach that next level and transform, whether it's their inner state, their ability to do their job, improve their relationships, whatever it may be, and ultimately to get meetings. And then meetings obviously can turn prospects into clients. And the reason I have the big C there, that's for Calendly. If I use Calendly to set my meetings, and it's become a popular tool in the business community. All right, so a little bit about the LinkedIn profile itself. As you can see up top here is the banner. So this is at the top of your profile. If you don't have anything right now, it'll be gray. It's a weird gray banner. And LinkedIn has free options on there. So if you go to your profile and you click the pencil symbol in the top right, you can see my mouse here. So they have free options on there. Canva.com has free options on there, or you can potentially hire a graphic designer to create something personal that reflects you and your work. Headshots, very important to get a good headshot. You look professional, and you get more engagement, more connections as a result of that. Because if someone does a search for you and there's only, you know, your name and maybe a short headline, you're not going to get as many connections as if you have a professional headshot where you're smiling and look professional. Okay, headlines. So headlines have become very important real estate. It allows you to say more than just I'm a accountant at ABC Corp. So it allows you to talk about the problem or problems you solve for your clients and what your specialties are. And as you can see at the end here, so, well, let me back up. On mine, I say, I write done with you LinkedIn profiles for small business owners that hate writing. So that talks about the problem I solve. Now, I'm kind of narrowing it down a little bit, but if people are outside that, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm ruling anyone out, but if they're outside that, they might have the thought like, well, I need help with my LinkedIn, but I'm not a small business owner. You know, can Craig still help me? And short answer is yes, generally I can. But sometimes niching down, like it seems like everyone on here, when I heard your introductions, you say, I work with kids, I work with seniors, I work with this group. So it's all, you know, we have our specialties, and then sometimes we can also work with people outside those niches. And then as you'll see here, Wordle Champion, I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the game, but basically it's an interest of mine that I do just about every day. And I went to a webinar of a LinkedIn expert, and he said that he has beer enthusiast on his, and he gets more people commenting on that and reaching out to him about that than anything he does professionally. So again, we're in the people business, right? All right. Website, as you can see here, I have my website here. So this allows people to list their website. If you want people to visit your website or some other page, this was added the past year or so. And there's a way to do that by clicking the pencil symbol here. Creator mode allows you to do a number of different tools, including LinkedIn Live. And then the featured section is a highlight reel, or a top 10, if you will. And it allows, this is my featured section here, or the first 3. And it allows you to include, say, your website, podcasts you were on, articles you've written, basically to post your best work and let others to see it. And then I have a quote here from Daniel Disney, who said, your LinkedIn profile is like your own personal website. Your prospects and customers will be viewing it, and it will influence whether or not they buy from you. All right, so let's get into the content side of things. All right, so there's the desktop and the app has certain capabilities that desktop doesn't, including the obvious ability for you to go on LinkedIn while you're on the go. And as you can see here from this image here that's moving, that it allows you to have certain background templates. You can see it's changing to the blue and others, as well as use pictures on your phone and other media that you can use to put out content on the platform. And then some content options, articles, posts, updates, images, PDFs, and videos. And I have on here, and I can send this PowerPoint to Ray to send to the group if you'd like. I do want to read this one image here. It says 54% of senior executives share work-related videos with colleagues at least weekly, and 59% of senior executives agree that if both text and video are available on the same topic on the same page, they prefer to watch the video. So video is taken over. It's not just teenagers on TikTok, it's pretty much all of us, all generations. And so yeah, videos become big. All right, some content details. And this is going to be a participation round again. So content with images get 2 times the comment rate. And what are the optimal number of images on posts? Or when you're sharing like photos? Are you guys gone quiet? All right, I'll say the
Three.
answer to that. It's 8.
3. Hey,
Oh yeah, it's 8. All right, how about number of hashtag? What is the optimal number on LinkedIn? For a post?
5.
Anyone else? Did everyone go up to get a snack? All right, the optimal number of images, I've seen it as 3, and I've also seen it as 3 to 5. I usually use 3.
You said hashtags, not we did images. You said that was 8. We were talking about hashtags, weren't we?
Yeah, we're talking about hashtags now. Yeah,
You said
hashtags
it-
is either 3 or 3 to 5. I've seen it written differently in different places, but I generally use 3 hashtags on my posts. Okay, and then articles, Ray was talking about articles he wrote. So the ones that do the best are generally 1,900 to 2,000 words. All right, LinkedIn posting groups. So this is what Ray is doing. And so who here, and you can participate here, who here has experience with posting in general? Who here has posted at all or not? All right,
Yeah, I
Natalie
have.
has, thank you.
You're talking about just posting an article?
Just a general post.
Okay, I've done that. I've
Okay.
posted.
Okay, good. We got a couple hands. All right. So to do this, if you're not sure, you just go to your homepage, and then in the center, you'll see this media job right article. And then there's a dialog box in here. And I can go over this in a bit. All right. Now, once you post something, in order to post it in the posting group, the way you do that is you post it, it'll show up on your homepage. And then what you do is you click the 3 dots in the top right corner, and then there'll be an option that says copy link to post. So you click that. So that's like doing Control C or Command C, copy, and then you go into your messages. I'm going to stop share for a moment. And then what you do is screen again. Okay, is everyone seeing my LinkedIn now?
Yeah.
Okay. So then what you do is you search for the name. So I have a posting group. It's called Awesome Posting Group. So I just search Awesome. And then click that. And then I'd go into write a message and do Control V. And then that will paste in the post you just did on the homepage.
To everybody in that group, yeah?
Yes, correct. So is everyone seeing my homepage right now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so you create the post in here. I just say test. Then I'd hit post. And then it would show up on the homepage. Now, let's say I just wanted to copy this first post here from this guy, Dan Runcie. So I'd click the 3 dots, click copy link to post, go into messaging. I searched awesome, goes to the top, click in there. And then I'd hit Control V. And then if I hit send, it would go out to everyone in that post.
So does that mean, Craig, do you mind me asking a question, or shall I wait?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, the question is, does that mean that everybody's posts, say there are 20 people in the group, that on my personal feed, I've suddenly got 20 people's posts and I have to keep them there?
No, I understand. Can I leap in, Craig?
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I understand the question. No, what will happen is you'll have them in a message thread, and you'll get pings that say so-and-so messaged you through the PQ posting group. And but they will not go to your feed unless you share them to your feed.
Great. Yeah, that's what's been happening with our group now, isn't it? Because I've been getting messages saying somebody sent me a message, but it was actually in this group that you created that I joined. Yeah.
It'll
Correct.
count
So
as a
you-
message.
Sorry.
So I
Right.
mean, let's say 5 people in the group post, you'll have 5 messages. And then when you click on the messages tab or image, it'll show that when you click, there'll be like PQ group, whatever the title is, and then there'll be a 5 within that, you know, the 5 notification, you have 5 messages in there.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, if you don't mind, if I can add something to this. So this is
Sure.
really germane to the PQ posting group. So many of you who signed up early noticed that you kept getting messages saying, welcome so-and-so to the PQ posting group, correct?
Right.
Do
Yeah.
you remember that? Yeah. So one of the reasons that we ask, and we'll go over this again in a little bit, why you confine your posting to that 1 hour. So our 1 hour starts at 1 o'clock on October 9th on Columbus Day in the United States. So 1 o'clock this Monday, so that we don't inundate people and overwhelm them with a ton of notifications from the posting group, that it's confined to that 1 hour space. Because eventually I imagine we'll have 20 people in here. So, and the other note I want to make is that you need not put any other message in it for the sake of the posting group, because you don't have to say, hi, everybody, hope you're having a good day. As nice as all that is, I encourage just putting in the link you want them to react to. It makes the message thread a little bit more manageable. So just like you saw Craig do just a minute, you just popped in the link and we'll know what to do with that. We'll show you in just a second what to do with that. But the only time it'll show up on your feed is if you share it, and you're only going to share it if you feel like it's relevant to your own messaging. Does that make sense?
That makes good sense, Ray. But I was just going to say, what time time zone are you in? At 1 p.m.
New York. I'm in Eastern time zone. It's 1 p.m. Eastern time zone. So I understand and I picked that specifically so that we could cover the Americas all the way through Europe. So people on the West Coast, it's a comfortable time for them, and people in Europe, it's early evening for them.
So Ray, do you want me to demonstrate how people would do this?
Yeah, go ahead. That'd be
Okay.
great.
Okay, so these are some posts from my group right here. So what I generally do is I open tabs. So I right click, open link in new tab, scroll down to the next one, right click it, open link in new tab. I'll do one more. Oh, this is Ray's. Open link in new tab. And then I go through them one by one. So I read the content, like it, comment on it, and so on. And then I'm getting stuff in the way here. X out of that, the next one. So read the content. If there's a video, I watch the video. And I wouldn't recommend doing a video more than a few minutes because people are going through a bunch of these and our time is valuable. So keep that in mind. So on LinkedIn now you get 6 options: like, celebrate, support, love, insightful, and funny. And then you comment here.
So if I can pause for a moment, just while you're here, Craig.
Yeah.
The 3 ways that we can magnify each other's content is, one, by first reacting to the post. So those are the little emojis, the thumbs up, all of that. Commenting on the post, and say something relevant if you can, but if all you can come up with is thanks, this is awesome, or whatnot, say something in the comments. And if you've read the content, for instance, I posted that article and Craig made a comment that he liked the last paragraph. So that meant he read it, or at least skimmed through it. But saying something relevant to it is very helpful. And then if it is relevant to your own messaging, or to someone else that you think would enjoy it, sharing it is a really great, powerful way to magnify that post. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then in the comment, when you're commenting, one of the things I encourage, and we might demonstrate, maybe Craig, you can demonstrate this, but mentioning the person you're this is a key thing. Yes.
Tagging.
So one thing is mentioning the person who made the post, mention them in the comment using an @ mention. use the @ symbol. They're a list of people who are worth mentioning comes up, and usually the top one is the person who made the post. You click on that. That has a way of magnifying. And by the way, we know that this can all be overwhelming. We're going to get used to this. So this is all baby steps. In your first post, we'll do what we do, and maybe I'll reach out and say, hey, I got an idea for you. Try it this way. But then you get into a rhythm with it where it's click, boom, boom, and then you're done in about 20, 30 minutes tops, making all these comments. But then when people comment on your content.
Yes, I'm going to get to that.
Oh, good. Thank you. That's Craig's. Go.
Okay.
Go.
All right, so first I'll show the LinkedIn side, what Ray was talking about. So this, can everyone see this now?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an article Ray wrote. So I read it. And then as you can see, I posted and I included his name. So the way to do that is to do the shift and then the 2 key. You get that at, like an email address, do that. And then type in Ray Schaub and click it. And then I'd say great article. And then if I hit post, it would go and it would show up with that being a link. So that when people click it, it goes to his profile.
Cool. And I'll give you one other little tip there. Do that again. Put my name in there again, Craig.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Good. Pause right there. Go ahead and hit enter and put my name in there. And then backspace key 1. Watch what happens. You can take my last name out and it'll still be effective and it reads a little better. Thanks, Ray! Exclamation point. And you're still going to get that clickable thing in there. I find that to be very handy.
Backspace, what was it?
Just so once you've gotten someone's name in there using an @ mention, you don't have to keep their entire name. So if my name Ray Schaub, once it's in there, all I have to do is hit the backspace key once and it'll take my last name out. So that it sounds more familiar, it flows a little better. Thanks, Ray. It reads like we're all chummy, do you know? And it's not using my full name in there. I just find that it's a nice way to do it. If, you know, again, it's a choice thing. I just find that it's a nice little touch, if you will. Does that make sense?
No, it's great because these are the things that we'd work out 6 months down the line. So thanks.
Right. Right.
Okay, let me show you one more thing. All right, so now if you want to go back and find the content you posted, so for instance, I posted something yesterday and it's not in my homepage anymore. I don't know how long it would take to find it. So what you do is you go into your profile, scroll down below the featured section if you have that, and then in activity, it's the one at the top. So I just click that and it goes right to my last post. So I went and saw Saul Goodman for Halloween last year. I don't know any fans of Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, but I did this and then, so I engaged with the content. So Mark commented, so I interacted, Matt, and some other people. So I interacted. So that's what you want to do. What you don't want to do is post and ghost. So that's where you post something and then just disappear. It's generally not considered good practices. Natalie, do you have a question?
Yes, I actually can't find the PQ posting group in my LinkedIn groups. And when I search for PQ posting group, I get 0 results. So
Look, Natalie, look in your messages.
Yeah, I find the message thread, but is there like a group that I
Yeah, you scroll down, you should see PQ posting group as being in your message thread.
can?
And if not, let me double check that you're
So
actually.
there's a text box. If you go to messaging and
Yeah.
then where it says search messages, click in there and type in PQ.
So, okay, I find the message thread, but there's not a group that I go to we're just talking about posting and liking each other's posts within this message thread.
Yeah,
Correct.
so it's a message
Exactly.
thread, yeah.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, it's a
We just call it a
one-stop
group.
shop. Yeah.
Yeah, could I have I have a comment, Greg? This
Okay.
is Nikki Keating Donahue, and I'm very beginning into LinkedIn, and somehow or other, I have 2 accounts.
Okay,
And so I'm meeting with someone to help me today. I don't know how I got 2 accounts, but anyway, so I don't know what account my PQ group is on, but hopefully if I lose you, I'll reach out to you people somehow through the
well, Ray,
program.
do you know? Can you look that up?
Yeah, how to delete the other account or
Well,
blend?
no. Do you know which one you sent the invite to?
Oh, I can tell you exactly which one I sent the invite to, sorry.
One's Gmail, one's Yahoo.
Okay,
Well, do you have different pictures?
I have, the reason I found out, Greg, was that I don't have a picture on the Gmail, but that's where everybody contacts me. I have no idea what I did. I did not know I am very
all right.
in the beginning,
Yeah, I
so
mean, there's a way, you delete it through the settings.
yeah, they're gonna talk, the seniors, I'm a senior. So they're gonna help me today. I just am so afraid that even the little contents that I have, contacts like you people, I'm gonna lose everything. So I don't know what to do.
okay, it went to Noreen Keating Donahue, initial cap on all 3 names, and no profile pictures there yet.
Yeah, that's not the right one that I
Okay,
Okay, well, Ray can
I-
send the invite to your other one as well.
correct.
then
So
you
just
can-
send me the correct email address and I can get it in there.
how
The
do
thing
I?
to
And then
do-
Ray, you can remove the old one, the wrong one.
Yeah.
Well, don't remove anything yet, because until I merge it, I don't know how to contact you.
Okay,
I don't
Uh,
know what I don't know what email that's at. See, I
Here's
don't know what email I don't know what that LinkedIn is. I don't know. I'm just trying to stay calm. I never,
It's all right. I helped someone delete an account the other day.
yeah. The best thing to do,
LinkedIn
Noreen,
account, so that's.
Noreen, is just to, when you go into the account you want, send me a connection request from that account. And I'll know
And how
that
do I send that? How do I send that to you? On this account?
it's very, are you in the account right now that you want to use?
I don't know.
So
don't.
when,
I know
you,
that sounds terrible. I'm so sorry. Maybe just give me your email.
you can give me my email, but we have to be connected, person to person. We have to be a
If
first.
I go on LinkedIn, can I just type your name in and then find you?
Yes.
Okay.
Matter of fact, what I'll do in the chat, I'm gonna send you my LinkedIn.
Okay,
Profile.
chat is disabled
Profile.
with me. I'm really on the short bus today, so
All right, just a moment.
my chat is just. I'll figure out how. When the person helps me, I'll be able to find this posting group.
All right, well,
I want if there's not a picture there, that's how most people contact me. But my content, my picture is on another group, and I don't know how I'm going to merge them.
so you can actually reach me through that PQ posting group. My name is on that list.
Yeah,
and
that's
just
what
click on that.
I'll do. I did get the posting group today, and I do have
Good.
your email. So, saying thank you. So I apologize for.
All right, so yeah, just click on my name there and you can reach me and we'll figure
Okay,
this
that's
all out.
perfect. But so I apologize that I have 2 of them.
Okay. What do we have left to cover?
Okay, just one more closing quote.
Thank you, Craig. I'll be
Yeah, of
looking
course. It's no
forward
big
to
deal.
you helping me, because that's how
Mhm.
most people reach out to me,
Mhm.
is on LinkedIn.
Okay. Okay, so we've gone over all this.
Mhm.
Comments, likes,
But
shares.
I want to make
tagging.
one extra comment about the post and ghost and actually what it
Okay.
means.
Sure.
Is so when people post a comment to your content, you should reply to them. So when Craig, if you notice, when Craig commented on my article, I posted, "Thanks, Craig, really appreciate it." And I put a like on his comment. That also has a magnifying effect, and it is just considered good etiquette.
Good word, yes.
Okay.
All right. All right, so if you want to know how you're doing on LinkedIn, there's a tool called the SSI, or the Social Selling Index. So if you're already logged into LinkedIn, what you can do is open a new tab, Control T, and do a search for LinkedIn SSI, hit enter, and then usually the first result or second result will be get your LinkedIn SSI free. So you do that, and then go to a screen that says get your score, and then you'll get a graph or two that looks like this, and it'll show you how you're doing on the metrics that they use to evaluate how people are doing on the platform.
Right.
And then closing quote, you can get all you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. And that's the great Zig Ziglar. And this is my contact info. This is my Calendly to set appointments, my LinkedIn page. And I saw someone sent me a connection request, so thank you. I will accept, of course. My website and my email.
And then Craig, you'll send me all those links in an email. I'll post them into the posting group so people have them. And then I'd like everybody, we're running out of time here, and I thanks everybody for being here today. I'd like to please help me thank Craig for being here.
Thank you.
And I'm going to, for anybody who can, let me share my screen real quick. I would like to, there we go. Ask you, if you don't mind, if you got something out of today, if you don't mind thanking Craig by sending him a little honorarium through Venmo, that would be great. At Craig Thoughts is his Venmo handle. And that would be wonderful. And otherwise, please feel free to reach out to him. As you can see, he's been extremely helpful to me. He's extremely knowledgeable, and he's extremely easy to work with. So if you need a LinkedIn expert, he's got my thumbs up. Okay. With that, are there any other questions?
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. It was amazing. What's the Venmo again?
Craig, at Craig Thoughts. So his name, Craig, the word
No,
thoughts.
I screenshotted it, but I wonder, how do I do it? I don't know what it is. What do I do?
You know what Venmo is? Do you have a Venmo account?
I don't know what Venmo is.
They
Okay,
don't have Venmo in London. They had they don't have Venmo. I just got back from London.
Okay.
They don't
How about PayPal?
PayPal.
Oh, yeah, there's PayPal.
No.
So
Okay.
my PayPal is craig@craigthoughts.com.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Okay, so just his email address. So does anybody else need some help there? I did not know they didn't have Venmo in.
I was in Ireland. Yeah, when I was there, I was shocked.
Mhm.
They
But-
have
Heard of it, yeah.
Revolt or Revolut, I think.
Revolut. Yeah.
Terrific. Very good. Thanks again, everybody. And please feel free to reach out with me with questions. I know that Monday, might feel like it's a bumpy launch, but we'll get through it. And you can reach out to me through the posting group. So as part of the posting group, everybody is a first person connection to me. So feel free to message me. And if we need to get on the phone or something, I'll be happy to do that. And we'll get this launched. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I
both.
ask a question before we leave?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Is there a maximum age for a LinkedIn post in order for us to be able to participate with this collaborative support before it falls off the algorithm?
That's an interesting question. I'm not sure what you mean, Craig.
So I mean, if you're saying if you use an old post,
Yeah, like if I posted something last week and then on Monday I copy the link into our group and other people start liking and commenting on it, is it still going to have the same effect that we're trying to achieve?
well, the short answer is no. So I mean, as you can see, the post I shared of mine, so it was I shared one from last year and added some new content to it, but LinkedIn didn't give it much reach because it's always looking for new content. It's like a monster that always needs to be fed.
Right.
So it's not going to get as much reach, but if you want other people in the group to see it and some other people, it's not going to get the organic reach that it did when you first posted it.
Okay, so
That's
what is
what it
the ideal age limit for a post in order for us to be able to do this?
Like, how long do they keep showing it to people?
Yes.
It depends on how much engagement it gets. So, I mean, the more people interact with it, LinkedIn then deems it good content, and then it'll show it to more people. It could be a few days that it keeps getting shown to people.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get an idea. Is it a few hours, 24 hours, a couple
I
of
think
days?
the first few hours are vital
Okay,
as far as if people are engaging with it and rating it good quality.
okay, thank you. That answers my question.
Yeah.
Okay, and Natalie, one of the things that I do occasionally is I repost old content, but I cut and paste it into a new post, and I will retool it a little bit with maybe a new title, new headings, whatnot, depending on how old the old post is. So you
Okay.
can repurpose old content if you freshen it up a bit in a new post. So you don't have to spend hours or days creating brand new content.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Very good. Okay, if there are no more questions, I'll let you all get on with your day, and we'll all be communicating through the posting group.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Nice to meet
Okay,
everyone.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks very much. Thank you.
Great. It
Take
was,
care, everybody.
thank you.